welcome back to another episode of Plants vs Zombies Adventure Mode. Now, I have fully finished my exams. I think they went alright, but I don't know yet, obviously, because they're not going to give me my marks until pretty much the start of second semester, which is really annoying. But, let's get right back into this. Whoa, they even found a way onto your roof. Those are some persistent zombies, dude. You'll need to use cabbage poults here due to your roof's angle. Remember that and you're good to go. Alright, so finished with the backyard level. And we got given the cabbage poult as a reward. So we shall test that lovely plant out. It's actually quite good, but I'm pretty sure it's just a carbon copy of the pea shooter, to be perfectly honest. Anyway, so I finished my exams. And we will be getting back into our regularly scheduled program, but I just thought it would be nice to at least round off Plants vs Zombies, considering we're so close to the end, or at least just the end of the main story. So I'll finish off the main story, and then after that we will go back into doing our lovely Hearthstone and Minecraft series again. But for now, I'm just going to finish off good old PvZ, or at least the main story. Then we can move on to minigames later if you guys are interested. If not, then we can just go straight back to Minecraft and Hearthstone only. Either way, I'm not too fussed. This was a this was an intermediate game anyway, in order to be able to pre-record a bunch, just so that I could get focused on my exams, and I think they went well. Biology and my education unit definitely went well. My math unit may not have gone as well, but I think I did alright. I did the best that I could in the time that I had, and I answered the questions that I could in the time that I had. So yeah, I think I did quite well for myself. Obviously that's not what matters, according to the teachers. What matters is how well you do for them, but screw that noise. Personal goals are the best types of goals, no matter what anyone says. If you're striving for something and you reach it, good for you. Screw the people that say aim higher, or do what I want you to do. Just go for what you want, and if you make it, even better. If you don't, keep trying. There's nothing stopping you from keeping on trying. There's always a will, and there's always a way. Anyway, man, it's been so long since I've actually recorded anything. Protect you, because screw that noise. We've got plenty of sun to be able to deal with that. Honestly, I didn't even mean to pick the jalapeno for that purpose. It just kind of happened, and it worked out really well for me. Okay, so once again, 2 pea shooters, or in this case cabbage poult, will take out cone heads fairly efficiently, and as it's the first level of wave, or as it's the first stage of level 5, we shouldn't have any problems in dealing with any of these zombies, because none of them are going to be bucket heads, at least not at this point in time. So I hope you guys are doing well. If you guys have also finished your exams, props to you. Good on ya. You're officially free, at least for a little bit. And then straight back into it next semester, am I right? It's a terrible cycle. And it's only a terrible cycle because students don't want to go back. If students actually enjoyed showing up, they would appreciate it a bit more. Nope. Stop that, both of you. Okay, and this is level 5-1 completed, essentially. Come on, speed things up. Alright, we seem to get a pot plant in which our plants are based. That is handy, so that in case we do ever lose any pot plants like we did just then, we can replant them. Okay, hey neighbor, got some new items for sale. Oh, that's it? Oh, okay. So still the 9 seed slots, still the pool cleaners. Now we've got roof cleaners. adds an extra line of defense, which is fair enough. What else you got? Plant these on your spike weeds to turn them into spike rocks. Spike rocks do twice the damage and are extremely durable. Plant these on your magnet shrooms to turn them into gold magnets. Gold magnets collect coins and diamonds for you. Okay. Well, to be honest, gold and diamonds weren't exactly a big issue for me when it came to collecting them. I mean, I didn't go out of my way to collect them. It's not difficult. But nonetheless, it is appreciated. I think the cactus should be able to just permanently extend on this map, just so it can shoot straight, because if you place a regular straight shooter on the slanted part of the roof, it just hits the higher up part of the roof, as you would expect from physics, but honestly not from a game like this. Anyway, I think the cactus, considering it can extend upwards to pop the flying zombie balloons when they come in, you should just be able to permanently extend up and then just, you know, snipe these fools. Don't see why not. Makes perfect sense to me. Oh, so how have you guys been lately? I have been really freaking stressed and worked hard to the bone. So because of COVID-19, basically all my units were moved to the online version for my university. So I was basically swapped to being an external student, which meant that everything was pretty much flipped upside down because some of the assignments no longer mattered, some of the tutorials didn't exist, just a whole bunch of crazy random stuff. And so to make up for that, oh, that's misplaced. So to make up for that, essentially, we were meant to get an extra 15 minutes per every hour our exam takes, for all of our exams, right? So if your exam took an hour, you get an hour and 15 minutes. If your exam takes 2 hours, you get 2 hours and 30 minutes, right? So you get your normal amount of time plus an extra 15 minutes for each hour, right? Now, the thing that happened with my bio exam was that just stayed an hour, but they heavily reduced the content within it so that it was easily doable within the hour, right? That's completely fair. I finished it like 30 minutes in, so I'm pretty sure anyone could have easily done that within the hour, right? You could have you even could have Googled all the answers within the hour if you really needed to, but some of them were pretty easy, so I don't think that was necessary. Anyway, for my education unit, they gave us, well, because it's my education unit and they understand students more than biology or math teachers do, they gave us an entire 48 hours to fill out this questionnaire thing, or rather complete these 6 questions, and then we could essentially submit them anytime between when the exam started and 2 days after. So that was extremely helpful. I submitted it in like 4 or 5 hours after it was released, so that was okay. But math. Now, I'm aiming to become a math teacher, but the math teachers I currently have suck, right? So instead of giving us the 15 minutes per each hour that our exam goes for, you know what they did? They said, alright, so your exam is normally 3 hours, and now it is 3 hours and 45 minutes. But you have to complete it within the 3 hours. Those extra 45 minutes are just for uploading and submitting it. Nothing else. They even said they'd check this timestamp for when the exam paper was uploaded. And then if you didn't upload it within the correct time frame, you wouldn't pass. So essentially, that extra 45 minutes given to us because we were forced onto online mode for something we couldn't control, that was taken away from us and essentially just kind of ignored completely. Which I think really frickin' sucks, because I didn't have enough time to complete all the questions. I'm not sure if anyone else had enough time to complete all the questions, but I certainly didn't. That could just be because I suck, but if I had those extra 45 minutes, like I was told I would get, I would not be complaining right now. It's just fact. Anyway, flying through this game. Sorry for ranting on about my university and my exams, but it's so fresh in my head that I just kind of have to. It's so annoying. Anyway. Now I'm just awaiting results, really. But, yeah, overall, I think I did well. Obviously, can't specify if I know that for a fact, but yeah, I think I did well enough to pass most things. So, yeah, I hope you guys all did well on yours. And I think that this defense can pretty much fend for itself now. Just placing up chompers so that any buckethead guys can't get too far. And I think we are set. There we go, doing their job. Placing a few more. Alright. And we are just about finished. Yeah. Okay, dope. Last huge wave of zombies. Can I get this last guy out? I can indeed. Where do I need to put this flower pot? Down here. Wait for it. Yeah. Perfect timing. Killed the bungee, as well as the... Ooh, that's not good. That's fine. He sniped him. He got him. Ooh, and you've just finished eating, which is perfect timing on your part. If he gets eaten, I can cherry bomb. And, man, I'm treating this like chess, like I need to plan 20,000 moves ahead, but I really don't. Alright. We have officially unlocked some sort of cob kernel thingy kernel pult. Flings corn kernels and butter at zombies. Alright, so we've introduced to the ladder zombie. Ooh, interesting. So we may have missed a zombie at some point. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But, yes, we will have to figure out how to find that guy. Anyway, this seems straightforward enough. We'll just do this. Test out our kernel pult. So as you can see, every single time they're giving us less and less rows of pots. That's probably to both add to the difficulty and make us use flower pots, because to be honest, you don't often need to. Like, it's not necessary, obviously. If you can survive with just 3 rows, then you go for it. That's an interesting challenge for the future, actually. I'll have to keep that one in mind. Anyway. But, yeah, they're slowly trying to force us to push forward with the flower pots, which isn't that big of a deal, because we'd probably be doing that anyway. Well, we did it last time with the chompers, but, yeah, they're slowly pushing us into, needing to make more and more sun. But, like I said, if you have 2 rows, perfect. Spot on perfect. Nothing can go wrong with 2 rows of sunflowers. Unless, of course, you don't properly defend while you're setting them up, in which case then a lot can go wrong. But you just need some hard removal, some squashes, some potato mines, and you'll be good. This guy should get up in time, yep, I was gonna say. If he didn't, I would have been upset. We'll try out the new kernel pult. Oh, okay, so it lobs butter and cobs at zombies, and it appears that the butter freezes the zombies in place for a short period of time. So my bet is that these piddly little pieces of corn do nothing in terms of damage, but the butter does significant amounts more and freezes them, but doesn't occur as often. It's just, from what I remember, I think that's the case. If not, sue me. But I think we got this locked down. Now, I'm not sure if it was... Can you insta-lock, like, insta-stun? Or perma-stun, that's what I was thinking. Can you perma-stun zombies if you have enough kernel pults and they're all just launching butter all at once? I imagine you can. So for example, we'll just try it here. How does 2 fare? I'm starting to think I should use more cabbage pults rather than... Oh no. Froze them in place. Pretty good. So I've started watching a... well, I say a new series. It's probably not new. It's probably old as hell. That's how Netflix works. But I started watching a series that is new to me called Baki. It's an anime about an underground fighting ring, I think. But I think I'm watching some sort of sequel because a lot of the characters seem to have personalities that I'm assumed to already know, but I do not. And a lot of the flashbacks are to do with some other previous fighting thing that I obviously have not been there for. So I'm gonna have to watch the original series, but from what I see, I quite enjoy the anime. Like, obviously it's very violent and brutal in some aspects, but it's got an interesting storyline of, like, people being drawn to this arena. And they say it's because they want to taste defeat. Not because they want to kick everybody's butt, because they want to lose, essentially. They want to taste defeat. They wanted... Maybe I'm just getting them mixed up with the average user of Twitch chat. They want to taste defeat. But, yeah, they say they want to taste defeat, as in they want to die, but then when they are put to death by the government, because most of them are criminals... I'm throwing a lot of this at you all at once, but essentially, if I'm trying to wrap it up, a bunch of criminals broke out of prison at the same time, not from the same place, all around the world, in order to taste defeat, even though they were on death row and they were about to be killed, but then they survived the killing, and then they all gloated about it, and then they said, okay, peace out, I'm going to Tokyo. And that's pretty much the anime I've watched so far. I have not seen any further than that, really. I mean, they've all met up and they've all been in fights, but nothing extreme at the moment. Anyway, that's just what I'm watching on Netflix currently. After I finished watching Parasite and Black Mirror, I had to watch something new, and that happened to pop up, and I was like, oh, fine, I'll click it, whatever. Bunch of super buff guys. Nothing's more manly than that. Just watching a bunch of super buff guys absolutely kick the crap out of each other. Isn't that what pretty much all sports are about? Football, rugby, boxing, what else is there? MMA, UFC, water polo, you know, tennis, you know. I'd be really bad if I was trying to play tennis, to be honest. Like, I've played tennis before, but not professionally. But I feel like if I was playing tennis, I'd aim at the person, you know? Like, I don't think there would be any rules against it. Because, I mean, if the ball hits the person, sucks to be them, they should have dodged, you know? Like, not my problem. You should have dodged so that you can actually hit the ball. Yeah, I might have been aiming for your face, but I can't help that, you know? Okay, and we unlock what seems to be a bean. What is it? What is it? Coffee bean. Planted on a mushroom to wake it up. So I presume that means during the day. Okay, we've got hefty boys showing up here. So I presume it gave me the coffee bean to use the magnet shroom with to pretty much take you, and you out of the equation. Makes perfect sense. Just what do I want my main attacker to be? I suppose if everybody's relatively weak, I'll go for the cabbage pults. Don't need to slow them down necessarily. Bang. Oh, so when you select the coffee bean, the rest of the lineup lights up easily. Okay. And then, we'll set up a tall nut. Why not? Set up a tall nut strategy. Oh, misclick. That's gonna cost us some time. Now, but I am quite serious about trying this speedrun business out. I made a speedrun account on speedrun.com. Funny that. And I've signed up and I've had a look at the Plants vs Zombies leaderboards type thing. And one guy holds the record for like 4 different categories, and I am honestly impressed and want to know his secrets. Or her secrets. But, yeah, I really want to give it a shot. I feel like I can beat a lot of the scrubs on there. And I don't mean that in a bad way, I just mean like, I feel like I could easily get a better time than some of them. Just because I feel like they were trying to go fast, but also trying to go efficient. Which is an interesting strategy, but I don't think it'll be the one that wins it. I think the one that wins it will be the brute force, least amount of sunflowers needed to put up the most amount of defense, whilst also being quick to kill. So for example, I cannot plant potato mines when I do the speedrun. If I'm going to be doing a speedrun at all, potato mines cannot be a factor. Or at least not for these early stages, because I 100% cannot try and delay things like I'm trying to do with these potato mines. I'm trying to delay the spawns of the zombies so that I can plant way more sunflowers, 2 rows, than I need. But if you're speedrunning, you don't have time to delay things. You have to go 100% all the time. Try and find the most optimized route to sprint through the game without crashing into any walls. And Potato Mine is definitely a wall that I will be crashing into, because it's what I rely on a lot of the time. Like 9 times out of 10 it's what I rely on in order to get my double sunflower row of protection up. And obviously I've beat the game before with just 1 row of sunflowers because I've said that, but back in the day I thought that was the most efficient thing to do. But yeah, now not so much. And we are in fact going to have to start getting these coffee bean boys up. Right about now. Okay, so I think 2 cabbage poults will solve most of the world's problems. But these coffee beans, I think... Oh no, they don't take a while at all. They recharge real quick. Okay, that's fine. I was gonna say, if these coffee beans take forever to recharge, then I might be a little bit screwed if the massive wave of zombies comes anytime soon. But I think I'm fine. Worst case scenario, I can grab 2 metal objects before they get through. Oh, maybe 3, maybe 3. Do I hear a 3? 3. Okay, so now the only thing left to do is finish off these magnet shrooms and then start placing these tall nuts. Magnet shrooms, would you kindly? Thank you. Screw him over big time. Did you guys watch Big Time Rush as a kid? I watched it briefly. Wasn't a massive fan, but it was good to kill time. Not gonna lie. Wasn't a bad show. Wasn't a show I was like vibing with, like iCarly or anything, but definitely wasn't a bad show. So we'll just wait for this guy to die because he's taking his sweet time. Okay, now we've got that set up. Should be right. Okay. Start setting up our lovely tall nut defense. See, that's the only problem, is that regular zombies get quite far. Because pogo zombies usually go a lot faster, but then they get slowed down because obviously they lose their pogo. But that just means anybody that's right behind them doesn't get targeted till a lot later. Oh wow, that was just about 1 shot. Okay, so should be able to defeat those guys. Hopefully before they eat the plants, or the pot plants. Oh, and another fun fact about this is that every single thing in this game is technically a plant, including pot plants themselves. Because if you look here, got a little bit of green, a little tiny little bit of green, just sticking off the side there, signifying that it's actually alive. It's got a little munted face at the bottom there, but still. It's alive. And it just got eaten. But you get what I'm trying to say. You do. You understand me. I get you. I get you. You get me. Whew. Man, I'm so glad my exams are done. To be quite honest with you guys, like, oh, I'm sick of exams. I'm supposed to be learning how to be a teacher. That means I'm supposed to be learning how to mark exams, not do them. And I know that's completely BS, like 100%. I have to learn how to teach rather than mark, because obviously marking is probably one of the easier aspects of the job. You get given a marking key, and you get given their tests, and you just tick and cross and tick and cross and tick and cross and provide feedback, because that's what good teachers do, and then tick and cross and then tick and cross and then, ooh, planted that just in time. But yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about university. In a high school, you get your exams back, you get feedback, you get told what was good, what was bad, how you can improve, why you messed up. University? No. You think you're gonna get to see your exams? And their marks? No. Hell no. You're just getting a grade at the end of the year, and based on that, you can tell if you passed or failed. You won't even know by how much. If you get a high distinction, that's like an A equivalent, right? If you get a high distinction, then you probably did really well in the exam. That's all you know. You do not get to know your final mark for the exam. Or at least, at mine at university, you do not. Don't know why. It's quite rude. I'd like to know my final mark and how I improved. But, here's the thing. You can contest your exam mark. So you don't know where your exam mark necessarily is, but you can contest it. And there's a fee. You have to pay money to contest your exam that you don't even know the results of. How BS is that? You don't even know the results, but you see that you failed your unit. You go, oh, well, something must have been wrong. I swear I did really well. I'm going to contest this. I'm going to contest my exam so I can actually see it and review their marking and see where I supposedly went wrong. But that's the thing, you only contest the exam if you pretty much know for a fact that some BS was going on. Because if you contest it and you can't prove that someone marked it incorrectly or they couldn't read your handwriting or something and whatever, you don't get your money back. You only get your money back if you find something wrong with the exam and you can prove it. Oh, it's crazy. Crazy world of university. I'm not too much of a fan, but supposedly it's going to get me where I need to go. And if it doesn't, then I'm going to learn how to do woodworking, to be quite honest with you. I've always liked the idea of it. It's always appealed to me. And I'd love to set up my own workshop and start making, I don't know, things for me, things for other people. Who knows? And hey, if the whole teaching thing doesn't work out for me, I'm gonna be a carpenter. Don't know why, don't know what for, but I'd like to make things with my hands. That would be, honestly, quite fun. Having the materials to do so, and just making things with my hands. Alright, we've got plenty of sun now, so I think I'm gonna throw down an extra row of these cabbage pots if I can make it. Obviously it's a bit late to do that, but whatever speeds up the last few waves here. Okay, so there's gonna be some pogos and some jumpy boys. Uh-oh. Too many things cracking under the pressure all at once. I think this row will be fine, it's just this top row that we need to worry about. I was right. Okay, planted it quick enough. Okay, and there is level 5-4 finito. Finished. Finited. Get finnled. Okay, and we get watering can. This isn't a plant. We have unlocked a watering can. You can now play Zen Garden mode. Okay. Hey, check it out, you found a watering can. In honor of this occasion, I present you your very own Zen Garden. Hey, I'll even start you off with a couple of sprouts. Grow them to full size and they'll reward you nicely. Have fun. Okay, click on the watering can to pick it up, click on a sprout to water it. Seems easy enough. And they drop coins. So it's not a minigame per se, but it's kind of like, I don't know, one of those games like Monster Legends or Dragon City or something where you can collect all types of different plants in this case and water them and keep them safe to your heart's content. Your plants need fertilizer to grow. Visit the shop to pick up some fertilizer. Okay? Welcome to the Zen Garden part of my shop. I'll give you some fertilizer for stopping by. Take a look around and see if there's anything else you like. Alright, so coming soon, Marigold Sprout grows in your Zen Garden, grow it to full size and it'll reward you nicely. Golden Watering Can lets you water several plants at once. We definitely want to get that. The Gardening Glove lets you move your Zen Garden plants around. Could be handy. Plays music for your zombies, for your plants. Bug spray your plants, fertilize your plants. Okay, fair enough. Let's go back. Give them a bit of fertilizer. They give us bigger coins. That's all you can do for now. Check back later when your plants need more nurturing. Okay, continue. What do we got? Zen Garden is pretty nifty, huh? You can visit at any time from the main menu. But enough of that. It's time to defend your house. I have to warn you. You are going to hate this next level. It's very presumptuous. Why? Because it's non-stop bungee zombie after bungee zombie. I hate those confounded bungees. I hate them. I hate them with a passion and a vengeance. A whoop-de-doo. Here comes those idiots now. Alright. Yep, there they are. Bunch of bungees. Let's see what we can do about this. Perfect start. Oh, that's annoying. Eat that. Chomper would be better placed there, to be quite honest. Come on, we need something a bit better than this. Is it just gonna give me chompers? That's amazing. I love chompers. I know people don't like them because they eat for really long periods of time, but I love them. They're hilarious. They're like memes, you know? It's like you play them for the memes, for the lols. Just because you can. Okay, oh, that's not good at all. Have this. Present from me to you. Okay. Oh, that's nice. There we go. Get some more protection in. I don't remember when this guy came in, but I think he'll survive to eat that guy. If not, then I'm really sorry I've just sacrificed you there. Unless... Hey, no, I'm good. Yeah, he would have been fine anyway, but always good to have an extra layer of protection. Both the pumpkin itself and the chomper behind the chomper. The chomper. Man, I've realized now that there's a new Baldi's Basics game came out. Holy crap, I saw gameplay of the first one. And that in itself looked impossible on the hardest difficulty. But this one just seems crazy. There's like a bunch of different levels. Like I haven't seen many like super popular streamers or like YouTubers play it, but yeah, the ones I have seen are just like, damn. That's pretty intense. Come on. Thank you. Alright, I say we are fairly protected at the moment. And honestly, this is kind of one of the wimpier level 5s. I think all of those are going to be fine. Oh no. Come on, come on. Nice. Okay. Made it with ease. So if you didn't know, for some reason, I think this is the same with squashes as well. but chompers and squash, if they're being targeted by a bungee zombie, they cannot actually hurt them. Like, if this one's targeted, he can't bite them, but the one behind it can. Same with a squash, like, if you have a squash set up, and it targets the squash, say this was the squash and it targets it, it can't jump on him. But if the squash was here, that'd be fine. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it works. It's really weird how they've made it that way, but it just is. What am I doing? Simple fix. Honestly, this game's music is amazing. I know I've said it before, but it's worth saying it again. Okay, so if the zombies do in fact put a ladder on, you can blow them off, just like that, to stop them from climbing over, or you can simply dig up the pumpkin and replace it. Or if you've got that weird upgrade in Crazy Dave's shop, you can just plant another pumpkin on top of it. Okay, this is why Crazy Dave said this would be an annoying level. Because bungee zombies are not fun. They do not contribute to society in any positive respect. Oh, and that's not good either. Luckily though, it's ready to eat again, and we can just dig this up. Ugh, not that. That's annoying. Well, either way, we are doing fairly well. Get screwed. Okay. I do believe we are ready for a huge wave of zombies. Bring it. Protection. Protection. Explosion. Really? Get off that. Get out of here. It's rude. How dare you. Okay. And it seems like we've done it. And we have unlocked the garlic. What's it called? Oh, just garlic. Diverts zombies into other lanes. Okay, that could be interesting. We start filing them into other lanes. We don't have to protect all 5, which is quite nice. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, I'm glad. My job is completed. I can now ascend to the great beyond. Above all else. Anyway, if you enjoyed, I'm glad. And take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.